It's Tuesday, and I feel like yesterday was not the best food day. I've had trouble with my sourdough. I could tell maybe because it's winter, it is not rising as fast. It used to just be huge by morning time if I let it ferment overnight, but it's definitely needing more time, and so my bread schedule is totally thrown off. I fed my sourdough starter this morning. I'm hoping that I can get some dough going before too late and let it ferment all night and maybe even all day tomorrow and make some bread. We've been short on bread, so I'm thinking ahead this week. I pulled out a big dough that was in the fridge, a pizza dough that I'm thawing out so that I could use it maybe for some focaccia or even for some pizza. There used to be this pizza I made with roast, tomatillo, salsa, caramelized onions, and cheese, and it was so delicious. I might make that. And I'm looking at my Becker home ground flour cookbook to see what options I've got for breads that don't require yeast. Of course, there's biscuits. I can do coffee cake, quick breads for snacks and stuff. I feel like bread is such a go-to snack for my children that without bread and without fruit and with very few eggs from the chickens these days, it's been hard to make sure that they have stuff. So today I'm just trying to think ahead. I've got this beautiful Tuscan soup that my friend made for me when she heard my mom was injured. So for the last 3 weeks, I've been taking care of my mom, starting early morning, all day, just helping her get around and getting all things prepared for her. So my friend heard my mom was injured and brought me this beautiful soup. I'm gonna serve this for lunch with some salad. And then I pulled out a whole chicken. I usually use my Instapot for my chicken, but I don't want that soft pressure cooked whole chicken. I want to go ahead and roast a chicken tonight. I'll probably surround it with potatoes and carrots and onions. And it sounds like my cheesecake's ready. Hold on. So after school, we're definitely going to the grocery store, and I plan on buying a lot of stuff, but definitely some frozen fruit to make a fruit syrup to top this cheesecake with. It's just a high fat, high protein, not so sugary, fun dessert or snack for the family. I wanted to have something on hand. I plan on trying the coffee cake from this cookbook this week. I plan on making burgers, and I really want to try brioche burger buns this week. I plan on making the pizza with roast like I described before, or using that dough for focaccia, or half and half, we'll see. My raspberry oat bars, I'm making this cheesecake, I have this beautiful soup, I'm making a roast chicken tonight. It's been really hard to not have as much eggs as usual, so I've just been going for really hearty oatmeal like you saw this morning, with nuts and coconut oil and nut butters. It just makes it more filling, more protein rich. And any meat we had Italian sausage for breakfast this morning. We had bacon the other day. I miss my eggs, so I'm buying eggs today at the store. Azure Standard also did not ship my flour, so I'm gonna try to get bulk bread flour and all-purpose flour. Even though I mill my grain, I like to have those on hand, because if you do 100% milled grain bread, it is very dense, it's very crumbly, it's not as fluffy and airy. You have to do half and half. You just have to. For some recipes, for sourdough loaves, I like to do that. For brioche, I like to do that. For my English muffins, I like to do that. For biscuits, I like to do that. But there are some great recipes here that I'll use only home milled flour for, because they've already done all the trial and error and they are successful every time. So I highly recommend this book. What else do I want to make this week? That's the main stuff. I'm also shopping for my mom, so we've got a big trip. I have so many random errands to run. I'm trying to figure out which ones I should do today, which ones I should do Thursday. I don't want to be gone all day. I have a lot to do here, but I really need to go to the grocery. So I might just go to the grocery and to the vet to get the pet meds for the month, and to Tractor Supply to get some pine shavings to clean up my coop a little bit. My chickens were in there for the whole week for the snowstorm, and so even though I added a bunch of pine shavings to make their bedding nice and deep, they were in there so much that they got it really dirty. So I would like to refresh that for them. And maybe the rest of my errands I could do Thursday, because I don't want to be gone all day. So it's a beautiful sunny day, which also is calling me to get outside. So I'll definitely go on a nice long walk today and get a good workout in. So right now, basically, I'm gonna let the soup get warm, pull out some greens from this amazing local farm that we're getting our greens from right now, with some homemade ranch, have lunch, finish school, and then hit the road for groceries. And when we get back, enjoy the outdoors as much as possible. And we'll take you guys along with us. So I fed my sourdough starter yesterday afternoon, probably while I was making dinner, and it took until now, 1 p.m., to be really, really bubbly and active. So I'm starting 2 regular sourdough artisan loaves. I did half bread flour, half soft white wheat, and I'm also going to start some English muffins with all soft white wheat, and I make them with milk so that they're fluffier. And when I go to the store, I will get some more bread flour and all-purpose, because now I'm officially out. But I wanted to get something going to start fermenting now, so that hopefully by tomorrow night I can bake and we can have some bread in this house. Good. I even freshened up the nesting boxes with a nice thick layer of pine shavings, as well as the floor of the coop. So nice and clean. So these 3 are my hen's eggs, and these 2 are from the store. So it's 2:30 and the dough is finally ready for baking. It's finally risen. So it took all night and up until now. I haven't shared my heart with you guys in a long time. And it's weird because this channel started with my heart on my sleeve. I shared so much with you guys, whatever I was walking through, encouragement in marriage, encouragement in parenting, encouragement just in living as a godly woman in this day and age, and homeschooling and homemaking and embracing the role that God has given you and not taking it lightly or thinking it's small. And I still feel strongly about those things. Those things still matter to me. That's the whole theme of my channel. But the last 4 years have been such a shift in my daily thought life. And it's been so hard to come back to just a normal me. It all started in November 2019 when I came out of Calvinism. You guys have seen my testimony. You saw my interview with my friend Lonnie, who she's the reason I even questioned Calvinism. And after that, it was just lots of talking to the elders, spoke to a few friends, realized this is not a conversation that's going to be had, internalizing a lot, testing the waters on YouTube, and just staying quiet for a few years. And coming to the point where finally being able to come to grips with, okay, it's probably best to switch churches. But it was so hard for so long. I mean, it took us 2.5 years to decide we need to go ahead and switch churches. It was so long, but it was needed because we weren't ready. And it was really just a weekly battle. Sometimes I felt great. Sometimes I felt awful. It just was up and down. Well, I thought that would be the cure to my inner turmoil of 3 years, but no, it was just the beginning, because we left and things got messy. And I'm a verbal processor. So I've taken note that when I'm by myself, quiet time, on my walks, in the kitchen, driving, whatever I'm doing, when I am by myself, 90% of the time, I am thinking about everything that I'm going through, everything that has happened. And it's not like turmoil. It's just, I wish I could say this, or I wish I could speak to this person. I wish I could understand where they were coming from when they said that. I wish we could talk again. I wish this, I wish that. I wish I could clarify. I wish I could share my side, whatever. And that's getting less and less and less. Thank you, Jesus. It is definitely getting less. I mean, it's been 1.5 years since we left, a year since bad things came into our life from previous former friends, and having to know how to handle those things. And really, we didn't do anything, just to be honest, because I feel like any move we make at this point, even making videos, sharing my heart, I have enemies. I have people that assume the worst of me first. I have people that don't believe me just because their heart is hardened towards me. And I have people judging my every motive and intention and assuming the worst. And so it makes me shrink back and not want to share my heart because I feel judged and misunderstood. And even more than that, it's fine to be misunderstood, but then be willing to talk so that you can understand. But you don't want to understand, so you don't talk. And so it's really hard, and it's been really hard. And it's easier, but it's hard to pop on here and talk because this is all I want to talk about. And one thing for sure about my channel is that I am real. In fact, I'm so real that I don't think I could be fake. I can't get on here and fake talk. That's why I haven't made a marriage video in years, because I'm not thinking about how can I talk to women about marriage. I'm thinking about everything I'm going through and everything I've been through leaving my church. And so it's really just not what's on my mind to talk about. So I can't muster up the authenticity I can't do it. So this is what's been going on, and there's so much. And part of me wants to tell you everything. And then the other part of me thinks no, because then I'll be looked at as vengeful and a victim, or like I'm trying to act like a victim. And that's not true either. So it's just waiting on the Lord, waiting for him to heal my heart as he already has done so much, bring people into my life as he has done so much, talking to old friends that don't feel the same way as some old friends do, and that has been like balm to my soul, to talk to someone and hear that they're not feeling the same way as this person or that person. They're actually willing to meet with me and talk with me and have me over and come over. So those things are healthy and good. And it's just a journey. It's a journey of healing. It's a journey of patience. And I also think it's a journey that I have come to terms with the fact that will leave me not the same. I will never be the same. And I hate that because I feel like I've always been very vulnerable, and this has tampered with that. That doesn't mean I'll never be vulnerable again, but in the meantime, I definitely feel less vulnerable with new people. And love is also a little bit of a tricky thing. I don't like hearing people tell me they love me that don't know me. It's like, no, you don't. We'll see how you behave when conflict arises. Then I'll know if you love me. You know, it just is so interesting to see how things in life like this affect you. And thankfully, my heart is letting go of things. It's letting go, not of things, of people. Things are always workable, I think. People are what gets in the way. Are you willing to work? No? Okay, then that thing has to stay there. Sorry, you know? And so it's a bummer because there's so much unresolved mess. And for some reason, some people are okay with leaving things like that and some people are not. I like to clean up messes, like all this flour on my counter. I like to reconcile. I like to go the extra mile with someone I love, hear them out, let them hear me out, apologize, confess, forgive, have grace. I think it's so valuable, and I think it's what honors God the most. But if only one person's willing to do that, then you really are stuck with just having to leave things unsettled. And so I've had to learn to just leave things unsettled, leave lies about me undefended, leave assumptions and false accusations and misunderstandings unexplained, and just let God deal with it. But I think people took their chance to smear my name, and I gave them an opportunity to easily lie about me and make things seem a certain way that they're not. And sadly, people have taken the poison and believed it, and I can't do anything about it. So it stinks. I've been watching some church hurt testimonials. There's a lot online. Some are become atheists, which is not helpful to me. Those that remain in the Lord have been so helpful to me, so encouraging, such a just the right things to hold on to as I walk through what I'm walking through. And some of the things have been hard to hear. They say it takes years to heal, which stinks because I just want to feel normal again, but I don't, and I don't know when I will, and I don't know what my new normal will be. And also that they come out the other side not the same. But I'm determined to remain soft-hearted, to fight bitterness, unforgiveness, resentment, to not give the enemy a foothold, to not believe lies about people, to think they think they're doing the right thing. I just have to like tell myself that. They think they're doing the right thing, and that's between them and the Lord. And just walk knowing that the Lord is taking care of me. That's the most I can do, right? So these testimonials have been such a blessing to me, and I have thought on and off for months on whether I should share everything or not with you. And I'm still thinking about it. I still am, because I think it's helpful. The only thing that holds me back is that now I think I will have people judging me and assuming the worst about me, which is the opposite of love. And that makes me hold back. I don't want people to assume that I'm seeking vengeance. I'm not. But there are some things that should be brought to light, and some things that will help others and encourage others in their journey of church hurt. It feels so funny using all these words. Trigger. The word love is a trigger now. Oh, but it's just true. And the trauma, it's just true. So that's where I am, you guys. I know you wonder, and I don't share, but it's because I've always had a trusted audience that sees my genuineness and loves me, and has been with me for a long time and knows that wear my heart on my sleeve. And now that's different. So it makes me hold back. And I feel like the only way I could not care about that and just say whatever I want is to harden my heart. And that's what I'm trying not to do. So it keeps me in this limbo place of I should be able to say whatever I think I need to say, but the only way I can get to that mindset is to become hard-hearted. And I don't want to be hard-hearted, so then I shrink back, and it's this constant little back and forth. So maybe one day I will, maybe I never will. Still praying through it, thinking through it, seeking wisdom in it, waiting on the Lord. And if and when I do, you'll be the first to hear. But please pray. The Lord is so, so good. I am not suffering even remotely close to how I was last February or March. Not even remotely close. I feel like, with the exception of one person, all the people that had the power to hurt me, I have been able to release to the Lord. And it's just a process of healing. And I would say something I've learned through this whole thing is love people. Don't put law over love. If someone has a soft heart, pursue them, have grace on them, listen to them, talk to them. So that's all I'll share today. Hidden in this little day in the life video. Hope you enjoyed. God bless you guys, and see you next time.